So Tycoon just released a brand new TOS Buratino, and today I'll be showing you guys some of its very powerful usages, because this vehicle was actually said to not be as powerful by the whole entire community when it dropped. However, it did just receive a buff, and that's why I was holding off so long on actually making this video. So today I'll be showing you guys how good the Buratino actually is, and I gotta admit, it's actually way stronger than a lot of people have thought. So anyway, let's just jump right into it. So its base statistics, let me quickly cover them before we begin. Any damage test is going to be having 14 indirect rockets, which are going to be the artillery. It's going to be having 8 rockets and 2 guided missiles. Its speed is going to be 40, and health of it is going to be 1700, and it's going to be taking 2 parts of each. Anyway, let's move into a damage test. So first of all, I'd like to cover this vehicle's weaknesses, and that fact is it won't actually be able to two-shot an F-35, and it's going to be taking 2 missiles to actually kill the Mi-24 Super Hind, which isn't actually super good. However, this is going to be this vehicle's only weakness. Now let's just move into its other strengths. So first of all, this vehicle is going to be an absolute god in terms of being able to kill tanks. Here my friend is going to be shooting at me with 2 guided missiles, and it's going to be doing some pretty insane damage. So anyway, as you guys can see over here, you are literally able to do pretty much all of the Abrams X's health without any problem after literally guiding 2 missiles, which in an actual fight that is going to be absolutely OP. Now taking a look on how good the artillery rockets actually are against planes, it will be able to two-shot an F-35, and same with the Mi-24 Super Hind. I am actually pretty happy with this, and I believe this is some pretty decent balancing, though it's just a little bit sad that it cannot one-tap them. Now once again, moving to anti-tank capabilities, this vehicle will be able to do exactly 17% on average per hit, so looks like it's going to be taking up to 5 to 6 hits to actually kill a maxed out Abrams X, which once again is insane. Now moving on to how good this vehicle actually is in terms of its rockets, this is probably the weaker side of this vehicle, and once again, against planes and helicopters, it will unfortunately not be that good. It almost feels like this vehicle was specifically balanced to be a good ground attacker. But anyway, let's take a look on how good it is once again against the tanks. Anyway, as you guys can clearly see, it's going to be doing around 9 to 8% on average with its rockets, which to be honest is not the best, but it's not the worst at the same time. Anyway, I have also found a pretty niche use that you could use this vehicle for, and that's going to be once again countering the Zumwalt because of the guided missiles, but also because of the artillery rockets. You guys are easily just able to shoot from like far away without even being able to get impacted in any way against the Zumwalt. So I'm really glad about this, and I think this is a very niche counter against it. Anyway, the next thing which was also pushed in this brand new patch is that you guys are now able to zoom out with this vehicle, kind of like you were with the other artilleries like the HIMARS and the Katyusha. I'm really glad about this. Once again, it's a little less than what they had, but either way, it's still pretty good. I believe it just gives the other vehicles a little bit more use. Anyway, the next thing which was also made is that this vehicle also has received a scope, so once again, I'm pretty glad about this because you guys will be able to somewhat play well with the guided missiles now. Anyway, lastly, I have also conducted an area damage test for the AoE of this brand new vehicle, and I gotta admit, it is actually insanely good with the artillery rockets, but also the guided rockets. As you guys are able to see with the artillery ones right here, you are able to actually hit the enemy from pretty far away, and then in the next clip with the guided ones, this is pretty much just as good, but it does a little bit less damage. And the final piece of information is that the standard rockets unfortunately are pretty bad, and the only thing I would actually see them used for is going to be against planes when they're flying at you straight, but also vehicles which are just right next to you. Anyway, for the time being, that is pretty much everything that was added in this brand new update. I believe that this vehicle is good in its role. However, overall as a vehicle and as a Game Pass itself, I would probably pass on buying it. I would say it's a bit disappointing from what people were actually expecting from it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next video. Have a great day, and thanks so much to my channel members.